Hey. It is Tuesday. Welcome to episode 31 of Lessons and Legacies. I am your host, Melissa Price, and today we're doing something slightly different. We are doing lessons in healing. We're doing things actually a little bit different today in a few different ways, but lots of different, as you can tell. First thing that's different, I added some artwork to the back. Check that out. See all that good stuff there? That's some of my originals. Some of the fun stuff I do in my free time. I thought it might add a little more fun and pop as you guys are looking. So if you get sick of looking at my face, you can check out the stuff in the background. Pretty cool, huh? So we have a little bit of a slightly new look and a slightly new topic. And we have some announcements, and I'm going to do some reading for you guys today. The reason why we're doing lessons in healing today is because I feel like kind of emotionally stuck today. I've been going through some family issues for some time now regarding my brother moving away. We are down to, I think they move on Monday. And the last time I saw them was September. So it's been a while, and it's going to be even longer. I don't expect that we're going to be seeing each other before he moves with his family. I am in North Carolina, as is he, and he will be moving all the way to Maine. So far, so cold. I know Maine is beautiful and whatnot, but I do have 2 kids and a husband and a dog that has separation anxiety. So wherever we go, he goes. And Maine is a very far travel for all of us and expensive. And as those of you who follow, you know, we're not in the best financial situation as most people. But yes, definitely not in a situation to be flying and traveling to Maine or RVing it to Maine or anything like that. So anyways, I'm kind of bummed about that whole situation and felt like I needed a little bit of healing today. And so, that's what we're doing. So I've got my music going on in the background, as you can tell. Music always calms my spirit, soothes my soul. So I've got my music going on. And as I'm trying to process this, I'm aware of what I'm feeling, my emotions. There's some fear and anger up in there. There's some hurt and some, will I ever see you again? And all of that. As I'm aware that this is what I'm going through and what I'm processing, I know that there are certain tools, certain things that I have within my grasp that I can make a choice to stay in this mood, or I can make a choice to bring myself out of it. I almost said skip it and did not come on today because I felt so stuck that I was like, oh, you just need a you day. Even my older daughter, Charlotte, she's like, are you going on live today? You said you didn't have a guest. I said, I don't have a guest, but yes, I'm still going on live. And she said, oh, just skip it. She was wanting me to shoot some basketball with her, which is not my strong suit, by the way. Fun fact about Melissa Price. Basketball is not my main game, but she said skip it. And I received it and immediately was like, well, if she said so, I guess I could probably skip it. But it was that moment right then that made me aware and realize that I was trapped in what I was feeling today. I was stuck in what I was feeling today. And in a matter of a minute, I was like, how many times have you gone on and said that doing these podcasts and these shows and these giving these messages is healing for you? Come on now. So I pulled my big girl panties up and said, no, let's do a little bit of homework here before you go on. Let's make it count. Let's make this a healing moment for you. So there's my mom. Hold on. Hey, Mom. Hey, guess what? You don't wait. Don't say anything too crazy because you're on live right now. Say hi to Facebook and YouTube.
Hello. Facebook and Live. Just want to say one shout out to my best friend in the whole wide world, and from the UK to North Carolina to anything. I love my daughter, and yeah, but just saying, she's my best friend, and nobody on this entire world will be as special as she is.
Aww. Well, you did. I thought you were off today, and that's why I called. And I am in the middle of doing the live today, and actually was airing some emotional grievances, which as soon as I'm done, I'm going to get on the phone with you about. And I will let you know, I am reading to the audience today 3 of your pieces: Butterfly, Inspiration, and Words from the Wise, all 3 of which have helped work me through my funk, which I was actually just filling everybody in on. So I thought, since you called, how appropriate. My mom is all the way in Detroit, Michigan. You can see her picture right there on the back of the book. And this is the very first time she's ever been on a Lessons and Legacies live, even via cell phone. So do you have any words for the peeps? And then I'll call you back. Today we're doing lessons in healing.
Pardon?
Today I'm talking about healing, lessons in healing, how to heal yourself.
And actually, I do have one.
Okay.
I would say keep the faith. The lowest that you go is the moment that you know you're going to last. And be the highest that you can be. And I experienced this today, and yeah.
I love that. And as you said that, I'm holding up my little affirmation card that says, I have a mustard seed and I'm not afraid to use it. That goes right along with your keep the faith. So I'm going to be probably about 20-25 minutes or so, and then I'll call you back.
That's fine.
All right. I love you. Bye.
Bye.
All right.
Mom,
Yes, dear.
I made your bracelet.
Thank you. Oh, look. Now I got some power mojo for the show. Charlotte just made me. She's learned how to loom.
It's supposed to go down.
And this is my Lessons and Legacies logo bracelet. You see how it matches my logo up in the corner there, guys? She made it perfectly perfect just for me. So thank you, my love. All right, let me do my show here. And we may have a special guest appearance from the Price Sisters on Friday, because they have a bunch of new products going in their Tees, Totes, and Notes.company.site e-commerce store. So we're going to give them a chance to catch everybody up on what they've been working on. So anyways, back to the nitty gritty here. I was glad. I was kind of hoping my mom would call in the middle of the show one of these days. She usually knows when I'm on, so she doesn't. But like I said, I thought she was off today. So anyways, yeah. So things that help me heal are music. Feeds my soul, feeds my spirit. Inspiration. Okay. And I get a lot of inspiration out of reading. I have a lot of fellow authors, friends of mine that are authors, and they write about healing and getting free from get free, stay free, which is by Dr. Deborah Dunstan. Precious Pauling, she is a soul coach, soul doctor. She is a prophetic poet. She's been through the ringer and back as far as life experiences go, and she has just wonderful inspirational poetry. And then, I wrote a book with my mother, Lessons We've Learned, Legacies of Life, which is the reason that I'm even here doing this show. This is a collaboration of poetry. It's a collection of poetry, art, testimonies, quotes, just people's stories and experiences. And it's made up of people who are age 4 to 94, if you can believe that. And the point of it was to show how knit together we are by our experiences. So I come here every day, Monday through Friday, talking about love and laughter and faith and resilience and success and healing and all these wonderful things. Give people a chance to share their stories and heal and feel like they're not alone, and not just other people, but me too. This is, again, very nurturing and healing for me and a blessed experience. So what I'm going to do today, I have, again, some updates for you, some announcements to make. I have some cards that I'm going to pull at the end. And I do have a few things planned to read from my book. If you guys are interested in getting your own copy and you haven't yet already, please visit my store. It is lessonsandlegacies.company.site. It's posted right on the screen. You can get this book in 3 different versions. Black and white is $20. Color is $25. You take a little look there. There's a lot of color and beauty in these pages. So I personally recommend the color copy, but you can also get a digital download in full color for only $9.99. So, and aside from the book, you can find books from several other amazing authors. We have tons of different lines of handmade greeting cards made by myself. We have doTERRA essential oils. There's photography, there's painting, there's drawings, there's art, there's customized Spirit Square art. There are services for authors and illustrators, and I do have some brand new products I'm about to be adding in too. So I encourage you to take a look around, help support your fellow entrepreneur here who is doing the best that she can do to school her kids and live out her dreams by her own gifts and talents and make a buck from the house. So take a look around, order your copy, and it's a great gift. There's, Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, all this right around the corners, people's birthdays. It's a gift that keeps on giving, honestly. It's a beautiful, beautiful book. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to read a poem by my mom called Butterfly. And the reason why is because it kind of makes me, I am relating and identifying with the feeling in this poem right now, where you're feeling like a little bit stuck in a way. Like I said, I was feeling emotionally stuck, so like kind of trapped or cocooned, so to speak. So enjoy this one. This is one of my favorite poems that my mom's ever written. I've read it many times over these episodes here, and I hope you guys love it. It's a beautiful depiction of what we go through when we're growing and learning and transforming. So forgive me, I got to do the glasses. The sun is fading in and out with the clouds today, so 1 minute it's dark in here and the next it's light, so that's messing with my eyes. All right, Butterfly by Renee Bodell. There is so much forgiveness in desperation. Surreal and unexpected, it is a lifeline when you feel like you are drowning. With your last bit of strength, you grasp onto the miraculous rope tossed from above, hoping it will be your rescue from impending doom. Weak and grasping for air, you clench tightly and refuse to let go as you are lifted, pulled, hugged, and nudged. Hope is finally in sight. I love that visual. It reminds me of you see those ropes that come down from hot air balloons, and you ever see those movies where somebody's like holding on to one of those ropes and like trailing behind the air balloon? I think the movie Up, it happens in the movie Up, and the guy's entire house is trailing behind the air balloon. Hello, Yusuf. Welcome. Welcome to Lessons and Legacies. Thanks for joining in. So I love that visual. So that's how I'm kind of feeling today. And it says, the regrets of yesterday suddenly dissipate as you become present with the realization that you are meant for tomorrow, no matter how crappy things might feel. As a river ripples, so do acts of kindness, selflessness, and courage. This is our time to press that reset button and embrace the spirits we were born to be. Cast out that lifeline and don't let go, as fear will turn into gratitude, doubt into faith, and solitude into freedom. Much like a butterfly, it is humanity's time to transform. We only cocoon for self-preservation as we grow and develop. At just the right moment, we are all released, fully equipped with the perfect wings and new instincts. Now it is the time to fly fearlessly and fly free. Now, if that doesn't give you a little bit of resilience in your midst of your stuff, I don't know what does. Oh, welcome to Morocco. Are you all the way from Morocco? Woo! Well, I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina, United States. Thank you so much for joining. I'm honored. Thank you. I hope that this brings some wonderful joy to your day. if you're joining in later here, I'm in a stuck emotional place today, and therefore I'm sharing from my book some pieces that were inspirational to me. I co-wrote this with my mother, and there's lots of other people in this book too, but I'm sharing some pieces by herself and myself to kind of help get me through this funk. Also going to be pulling some comical affirmation cards at the end, and doing some updates about the podcast, Lessons and Legacies, and my store, and new books and projects on the horizon. So stay tuned. And if you're ever interested in being a guest, if you like what you're seeing and you would like to step up and be part of it and share your story, you can contact me at lessonsandlegacies@gmail.com. I'll put that up for you. If you're interested and you want to touch base, I'm an email away. Or you can find Lessons and Legacies on Facebook, or you can find me on Facebook, Melissa Price, and give me a little private message there, and we'll get you squared away, and you could be a guest on the show. I usually have 3 to 4 days of the week I have a guest, and the other days I kind of I show up and share what's on my mind and from my book. So again, thank you so much for joining in. Okay, so on to the next piece. This one actually is another one written by my mom. It's short. And so, as I was saying, when I'm in a stuck place, not only music and not only the reading and reading inspirational things inspire me, but there is a creativity that is healing. When I get to be creative, when I get to do my art, when I get to write, when I get to sing, when I get to create something or try something I haven't done before, there's a healing in that. I don't know if that's just to my spirit. I know that I'm not the only one out there, but I don't know if that's for everybody either, but that is something that helps me. So as I was going through this today, trying to find my healing space, I found this poem by my mom. It's called Inspiration, and that reminded me, you need to take action. You need to take creative measure on your healing here. Be inspired. And sometimes we have to put that inspiration in our own face, deliberately and intentionally do it for ourselves, which is what I'm here doing. So this one's called Inspiration. And this one is also by my mother, Renee Bodell. Wet the whistle here. All right. At times we fail to realize the importance of inspiration. It is a spark in your mind, a fire in your soul, and a mountain of motivation. A realization of self-worth and that of others. Inspiration is the friend who mends the broken heart, leaving only new room to discover. Inspiration insists on moving forward. It is your every sunrise and each twilight. It has no boundaries. It lends support. It is a result of yesterday and a reason for tomorrow. For the sparkle in my eyes and the fire in my soul, I thank you, my love, my inspiration. Whew. I love that one. So I've been inspired to try something new. This is one of my new endeavors coming up this week, actually. I wish I had a jar to show you guys. All right, so there's this brand of yogurt. I know this is going to sound like a total sidetrack. There's a brand of yogurt out there called Oui, like the French word for yes. O-U-I, Oui. And it comes in these nice, beautiful little glass jars with fancy labels and everything on there, and this fancy little foil lid. And for whatever reason, I will buy myself 2 of these a week because they're like $1.50 a piece, and they're fancy French yums. And, it's like sometimes I don't really have an appetite in the morning, but that is a nice, good base for me and still leaves my stomach on a nice, not full level. So I can never throw these jars away because they're so nice and fancy. And so I just wash them and I keep sticking them up in the cupboard. And sometimes I'll put little crackers or the kids' blueberries or raisins, things like that in there for the kids to have sneaky snacks out of. But Yes, I have come up with almost 50 of these jars now. I have given some of them away because other people were wanting to make things with them. And I was like, I can make something out of those too. And I've just been racking my brain on it for a while. Like, what should I do? What should I do? And now my husband has finally given me the ultimatum, like, either make something with this or I'm going to get rid of them. So I decided, not only do I have a plethora of these jars, but I also am a wellness advocate for doTERRA essential oils, which is a top of the line therapeutic grade essential oil company. And I have all of these tons of essential oils here. I use them just with my family and for friends and stuff, make my own little concoctions. I clean with them, whatever. I said, why? These would make beautiful little candles. So I have ordered soy wax and all the candle making kit stuff. And I'm going to be going on a candle making adventure. And I've ordered labels, Lessons and Legacy labels. These are all going to be handmade and hand put together, blends and all that good stuff. So I'm going to be adding those to the store, lessonsandlegacies.company.site. So hopefully next week you guys will be able to do some candle shopping on the store as well. And I don't know, I spent a little time going through all my oil inventories, seeing what I had, half bottles and full bottles of, and what I needed to order. And just even that little creative process, and like, oh, you could make your own candles. Like, how delicious and fun is that? I burn candles. I love candles. And how neat would it be to make your own? And how wonderful to repurpose the jars. So paid my kids some dollars to peel off all the labels for me because I was chipping my fingernails in the process doing it myself. And so I've got all my jars cleaned, polished, de-stuck, and ready to go. And my wax is in the mail. And yeah, I get to play Little Miss Candace Candlemaker this week. And I'm excited about it. That lifted my spirits. A new creative project for me. Something to focus my energy into that makes me feel good. Hey, instead of focusing on what's making me not feel good. Proactive measures, right? Preventative measures. Well, I don't know. I can't say it's really preventative because I did get to that stuck feeling. But before I got to meltdown mode, I'm making it count. So inspiration, find something that inspires you. Find something that inspires you, and it will always lift the burdens off your soul. Find a way to create something, try something. It always works for me. I'm sharing what works for me and hoping to leave some positive tools for you guys. So that's one thing that's coming on up this week that I'm trying new. I'm going to read another poem to you. It's called Successes in the Messes. Hey, check it out. What did I just do? What am I trying to do right now? Find successes in my emotional messes. And I just did. Even with the candles, even with the music, even with showing up reading here, even when I didn't feel like it in the beginning. Still doing the do. Finding the successes in the messes. All right. All right. So let me put this up on the screen. This is Successes in the Messes by myself, Melissa Price. Again, if you want to get your own copy of my book, you can visit lessonsandlegacies.company.site. $25 for color, $20 for black and white, $9.99 for full color digital download. Successes in the Messes. It's a labor and love when I work for free. And sometimes it feels like nobody sees. Even when my words are as clear as can be, I need some time to just stop and breathe. When I go all day for everyone else and I ask for a moment just to myself, how quickly it gets put back on the shelf. Staring at this gallery, my desires reflecting back at me, I see my story in these jars that hold the triumphs to my scars. How can I ever do it all? If I try too hard, I'll surely fall. How can I come to find success with all of my blessings arranged in a mess? So I take each jar down one by one and begin to dust the shelf. As I spritz and polish, I think aloud, I should care this much for myself. I look at the first jar, good and hard, as I wipe away weeks of dust, and in it I saw my daughter's smiles that resulted after a fuss. I sigh to myself and replace the jar. It began to shine brightly just then. I pick up the next one and look inside, and the reflection I see is a friend. We drifted apart a long time ago, and the reason we did is unclear, but within that jar is the memory of us wiping each other's tears. Third jar in hand and my spirit awake, I spray it and dust it with speed. Inside it, I see all the money I wish for, and then I look up and I see what I need. The fourth jar holds much more than wealth, and I cringe as I dust this one off. It contains all the burdens concerning my health, many of which were not fun. Yet I'm standing and breathing in front of these jars, and for that, I'm feeling quite wealthy. Complete with an array of scars from the past, I am here in this moment, now healthy. Staring at this gallery, my desires reflecting back at me, I see my story in these jars that hold the triumphs to my scars. It's a labor in love when I work for free, and it comes with lots of stresses. But if you're like me, just polish your jars and find successes in all those messes. So even as I was feeling stuck emotionally today, I reminded myself of something I wrote even. Go find the success in this mess. Go find the blessing in this lesson. You have a choice to control whether you want to be stuck and feeling the muck, or you know what inspires you. You know the things that lift your spirit, that feed you, that give you strength. Go do it. Don't be lazy. Go do it. So here I am doing it. I'm showing up for you guys and for me today. It's a show up for myself kind of day, even though the myself didn't want to show. But I'm here, and I already feel 1,000 times better than I did. Hey, Precious, it's good to see you. Are you still out of town? I think you said till Tuesday, huh? You might have to catch the rewind a little bit later if you get time. I do have some news and announcements in there, but I can catch you up too. I know you're busy and got your thing going on. I hope you're staying safe. I am here working myself out of my own mess. So, successes in the messes, finding successes in the messes. I'll take a moment here before I read the last couple little bits here to you and let you know there are going to be some changes coming up. I've decided, so this is episode 31. You've been back since last night. I thought you said you weren't back till Tuesday. Isn't today Tuesday? Am I on the wrong day? It is Tuesday. Okay, I thought you said you were coming back Tuesday. My bad. She said, I've been back here since last night. Been in for a while listening. Well, thank you, sis. I appreciate you. So I've decided this is episode 31. I've got a lot of things that I have sitting on the back burner right now that are calling to me. Like I said, I feel the urge to be very creative right now. It's therapy for me, and this next week is just going to be really, really difficult for me, starting with yesterday. So what I'm going to do, I've decided to make season 1 50 episodes long. So there are officially 18 episodes left after today of season 1 of Lessons and Legacies. And then when we go to season 2, I'm going to be going down to Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays of Lessons and Legacies, and then still be doing Sundays with William Brown and Precious Pauling for the Our View segment of one-word conversations. So it'll be leaving me 2 days a week to focus on a couple other projects that I've got going on. No, wait, 3 days a week, I guess. Well, 2, because, no, 3. Yeah, 3, sorry. So yes, we're going to be going down to 3 days a week with Lessons and Legacies. Still going to keep the guests flowing. I'm going to be introducing, I've got a Spirit Square project that is coming up, and going to be showing you guys a little bit about that and how that is made, as that is a part of lessonsandlegacies.company.site. And yeah, I have 2 books that I'm working on as well. One is a children's book, and the other is a personal book that I'm writing solo. It'll be my first solo project, and very vulnerable. It's kind of like getting naked on pages. So I would really like to, aside from the candle making, I have the other 2 books, and still going to do the podcast, and I have new products going in my store, and the kids have new products. So yeah, I'm ready to do a creative push right now. So that is, yeah, upcoming changes. And so when we do make these changes in our lives, wait, here, let me catch up with Precious here. Precious says, yes, we came back late night instead of waking up early. Yes, because you're a night owl and you hate the mornings like I do. I'm the same way. Please, God, don't ever get me up before the sun. Okay, she says, brilliant. Thank you. And I approve that lineup. Yes, yes, yes. So smart and worthy of you. Hey, actually, I shouted you out in the beginning, too. Right when I came on, you could tell the difference. I was like, I've been reading from Precious Pauling and Dr. Deborah today, and my book, too. I've needed it. So you always inspire. I told everybody how much you've been through, and your words just are a gift to my soul. And as they should be, since you're the soul doctor. So you have been healing to me today, even though you haven't been physically in my presence. So I appreciate you. And thank you again for all the words, all the time that you took to put your words and your experiences on paper. Sharing your story matters because it lets everybody else know they're not alone. And if you can do it, I can do it. So again, healing years after the book's been written, it's still doing its thing. So thank you, Queen Precious Pauling. So when we're going through these changes and we realize, I'm in a stuck place, whether it's emotionally or whatever, we have to make the move for things to change. And when we move and we start doing things, okay, some of us get in this nasty little habit. I'm one of these. We have a problem receiving, right? Sound familiar? Sound like you? Sometimes you're a blessing blocker. I'm one of those sometimes too. Somebody wants to sow a seed in you or pour into you or give a little extra into you or back you in what you're doing. And there's some little voice inside of me that comes out and goes, you're not worthy. Tell them no. Or there's another little voice that comes out and goes, oh, you can't really swallow your pride, can you? Just keep it in your mouth and don't accept the blessing. So I have been working really diligently at getting over that this past year anyways. And part of it was writing this poem I'm going to read to you guys from my book. It's called Ready to Receive. When you put these intentions in motion, when you put the idea to write a book in motion, to try something new, build an e-commerce store, learn how to make candles, to show up and make a podcast, be there and show up and not, I don't know, somebody's going to like it, hate it, flag me, thumbs down, no likes, no views. Who knows? But when you show up and you put these things in motion, you have to be ready to receive the abundance that is going to flow back into your world. It might not always show up like that big fat paycheck for $10,000 or $1,000 or $500 or whatever. It might show up with a friend who can teach you how to do the next thing. It might show up with a group of people who are willing to support you and help boost you along. It might show up in a form of a scripture verse or affirmation that's going to give you the focus and the encouragement that you need to keep pushing on, but be ready to receive. If you're willing to march forward and do the thing, be ready to receive the thing, So Precious says, yes, it absolutely shows up with what you need always. That's right. It shows up with all you need always. So I'm going to read you this one, and then I'm going to do an affirmation card and one little tiny closeout ditty, and then I'm going to just let you guys know what you're in store for tomorrow and the rest of the week, and that'll be it. It's just me today. So it's not going to be a full hour, nor should it be. Probably get bored anyway. Portuguese, welcome back, Yusuf. He's back again. Thank you so much for all the tags, Precious. I appreciate you. You're always such a great support. You're such a good friend and such a good supporter, and I love you. And my mom actually phoned in on the show earlier too, if you didn't get to see that. It was Mom's first official appearance on Lessons and Legacies via the phone. So you have to check that out. Aw, you're so sweet. I know, I could say the same for you. I never get bored of you either. I could listen to you all day long. And we need to get you back on the lives. I need some more Precious Pauline countdown action up in my world. 2020 countdown. We should just start counting down. Like each day of 2021, we need a little nugget. I'm just saying. All right. This is the last big poem. And then, so about 15 minutes or so, and I'll be ready to let you guys roll out. Okay. Thank you so much for joining in. I do appreciate you all so very much. All the love. All right. This one's called Ready to Receive. Again, if your intentions are true and you're moving and you're walking the walk and you're talking the talk, you got to be ready to receive what you deserve, right? Ready to Receive by Melissa Price. Thoughts of doing brilliant things are dancing in your head each morning when the sun comes up and draws you out of bed. The goal is to achieve success in each and every measure, remembering to let love light the way through this endeavor. True success cannot be bought, despite converse beliefs. For those of us who are not rich, this provides a great relief. It doesn't stem from social stats or the color of our skin. It doesn't rest on bank accounts, but it comes from deep within. It's in every opportunity that floats across your path, from helping others learn and grow to making someone laugh. Remember what they say is true. Believe and you'll achieve. When success comes knocking at your door, be ready to receive. Motivating myself today. Up the mountain we go. Up the mountain we go. I'm not staying stuck in this valley today. Nothing but positivity. So on that note of positivity, I'm going to take it over to these awesome, wonderful affirmation cards. They're called affirmators. And it says they are affirmation cards to help you help yourself without all the self-helpiness. So there's a little bit of humor to these. I've drawn them a few times on the show for myself and others. And we're going to do one of these today because I feel like I need one. These cards, I have several decks of affirmation cards. You can tell these ones have gotten a lot of use. Yeah. These ones have gotten a lot of use. So yes, we're going to shuffle up a card. I'm going to read an affirmation. If you guys want an affirmation, just pop it in the comments. If you want me to do a card for you, I'll draw you a card. Okay. So we're going to do the affirmation card, and I'm going to leave you with a little 3-sentence closeout ditty and let you know what you got in store for the rest of the week on the show. And out we go, guys. Out we go. It is Tuesday, episode 31, Lessons in Healing with Lessons and Legacies. Today, I needed some healing. And you know what? I didn't feel like I needed to call on anyone particularly to do it. I felt like I had everything I needed, and I'm able to do it myself today. So I'm just showing you guys it's possible. I got my music on. I channeled and read from some very powerful books about healing, about making it through, about bouncing back, and about things always working out. I showed up and read to you guys. I talked to you guys, aired my stuff. Why? Because it's healing. Here we go. And now we're going to pull a happy card. All right. Let's do this. And let's go. This one's just speaking to me. These stars are jumping out at me. Oh, no way. Manifestation. I got a bonus card. I think I might have got this one the last time I pulled, perhaps. Let's see. Let me read this card to you. If you guys want to, let me check these comments too. If you guys want a card, I'll pull you a card. Precious wants a card. Let me read this manifestation card, and then we'll get a card going for you, okay? All right, it says manifestation. It's a bonus card, you see. It says at the bottom. bonus card. Probably can't see that. Come on, camera, do your thing. All right, so manifestation, it says, this is my affirmation for today. Actually, Precious, you were on the show. You were on the show when I pulled this one out. You told me, get greedy. Tell us exactly what you want. All right. If you could have anything you wanted, what would it be? Get specific and get greedy. You are holding a magic wand and you can conjure up anything. Could it be that when you declare your wishes out loud, you're actually casting a spell for your dreams to come true? Usually, yeah. Or is it just that, in a very practical sense, the more people you speak with about your desires, the more folks there are who know that what you want and might have the means to help you make that happen? Also true. Either way, stop waiting and start manifesting. But don't use that word if you don't want to. So yeah, what do I want? What do I want? What I want is to make money doing what I love from home. What I want is to be a successful mompreneur, entrepreneur, and to be able to make a little bit of money to fill in the gaps in between my husband. I want to be able to write books. I want to be able to podcast. I want to be able to do art and make greeting cards and make candles and do all these things and teach my kids from home and teach them true stuff. Like these kinds of things, not just math, science, reading, and spelling. I'm talking about teach them what it means to manifest. Teach them what it means to be an entrepreneur. Teach them that their story matters. Teach them to have faith and resilience and that laughter is the best medicine. Teach them that faith will carry you through. Teaching them that a mustard seed of faith is all it takes to move a mountain. You know, that's what I want. As greedily as I can, that's what I want. So I'm going to, hey, Lala, what's up, girl? How's it going, sis? Lala Middleton's in the house. You want a card too? Let me see what Precious is saying here. I'm preparing for the move. I'm launching exclusively on YouTube starting February. I'm kicking off Black History Month exclusively on my own channel. Woo! So instead of being everywhere, I'm going to concentrate in one place. I choose me. # no more excuses. Daily programming Monday through Friday. Wow. Now that is all about manifestation right there. I'm so proud of you. I'm so excited for you. That's awesome news, Precious. I want to hear more about it. I do. I want to hear more about it. All right, Precious, you're up next. I'm reshuffling. I'm going to pull both you and Lala out of this shuffle here, okay? Affirmation cards. For the self-help without all the self-helpiness, you know? Sometimes the real self-helpy stuff is extra. Let's shuffle that half. All right. All right. We're going for Precious and Lala. Lala's going to get one hand. Precious is going to get the other. And you guys pick. Shout it out in the comments if you want the right hand or the left hand. Precious and Lala. All right. This is the right. And this is the left. Okay. Precious and Lala, tell me right or left, right or left. Which card do you want? Right or left? Precious says, yes, you will, and you'll make an abundant amount of money. And Queen, you are already successful. I do feel like a success. I mean, I haven't given up, and I'm still always outside of the box, coming up with the next thing. I'm not ever quitting, so that's a success, you know. I would just like a little bit of income to go with that success, you know. And I know that's in his, thy will be done, and his timing, not mine, right? I get that. Precious says, you are a part. # when queens collaborate on Wednesdays. Yay! I can't wait. Yes. I'm excited for that. I can't wait. Yeah, so we have to get on the phone. You got to catch me up still. All right, Precious wants the left. All right, so Lala, you got the right. Honestly, I was thinking that in my head anyway, so maybe it came through the waves. All right, Precious, left card. Shows up right on your screen. Ooh, you got letting go. There is a backpacking camel who seems to be losing things. What is that? Looks like he's lost a suitcase and then a sack, a tied up sack, which usually looks like they carry like coins and stuff in. Letting go. This is your affirmation of the day, precious. It says, I don't dwell on bad things that happened. I let things go because I have enough heavy things to carry around. And also, grudges aren't a great look. So letting things go. All right. Tell me how that resonates with you. That was yours. And Lala. All right. Lala says, I know I automatically get the right. All right. Lala, you're up. Right hand. Ooh, you got a bonus card too. Spontaneity. Bonus card. Spontaneity. Very cool. All right, Lala. It says, do you like spontaneous adventures of the highest caliber? The only acceptable answer to this question is yes. So buckle up. Oh, so buckle up, Charlie, it says. You're about to take a wild ride through the unexplored, unconventional, and underrated. You're about to learn that yes is a magic word with power to unlock new dimensions in space, time, and after-hour hangouts. Yes will lead you to experiences you didn't think possible and teach you that lifelong friendships are sometimes lurking just behind a karaoke singer's mullet. Oh, and then it says in very fine print at the bottom, there's a pretty good chance your name is not Charlie. So it should say, buckle up, Lala. So tell me how that one resonates with you. We got manifestation. We got spontaneity. We got letting go. Precious said her card was big, that letting go part, right? Yes, that's exactly what I needed. I have the gift of letting go and moving lighter, so traveling higher. Hashtag water walker. That's your phrase, isn't it? That's one of your phrases. Water walker. You got the little necklace, lanyard thing and everything. That's Precious says, or I need to be sure to always activate my gift of letting go so I don't get stuck ever again. That's true. I hear on that one. So yes, all right, we've done our little affirmations here. I'm going to leave you with just a tiny little nugget. This is the very last couple lines of our book. It's very small. See, there's the about the author. That's the very last thing we ended with. And it's called Words from the Wise. This was written by my mother, Renee Bodell. And it's very simple, but it was a great way to end the book. And it's a great way, I think, for me to end this episode and the journey that it's been. So Words from the Wise. And again, this is my mother. So I consider her wise, not because she's old, but she's my mother. She's been through a lot of stuff I haven't been through already. And that does come from age, really, honestly. So Words from the Wise out of the mouth of my mother herself. It says, give, but don't allow yourself to be used. So great lessons, guys. Strong one here. Short but strong. Give, but don't allow yourself to be used. Love, but don't let your heart be abused. Trust, but do not be naive. Listen, but never silence your own voice. Connect, then let go. Reconnect again. Now grow. This is the spirit of the ties that bind us. I think if you can master that, you can make every day a good day. You can make every day a good day. Give, but don't allow yourself to be used. Love, but don't let your heart be abused. Trust, but don't be naive. Listen, but never silence your own voice. Connect, let go, reconnect again and grow. That is the spirit of the ties that bind us. Woo! Can I get an amen? So yeah, as we're coming off this, I already feel a million times better. I want to thank you guys for all of you showing up and pouring into this and tuning in. Another thing I'm going to be doing here as part of my healing through this week, as I told you guys, this is going to be a really rough week for me. My brother leaves on Monday. I haven't spoken to him in a very long time. We will not be seeing each other for a very long time. And so there's a lot of broken heart for me, but I feel carried. I feel carried right now. I can't say I feel full, but I feel carried, and I thank you guys in part for a lot of that. So another thing I'm going to be doing, aside from these other creative entrepreneurial endeavors that I mentioned previously in the show, I got a brand new book in the mail. I do not happen to know this author. I know, weird, right? Usually the books that I'm getting in the mail are all people I know these days, which is awesome. But this is called The Empath's Workbook. And this is a shout out to both Dawn Petalino and her sister, Melissa De Gregorio, who was on my show last week. She actually was gifted this book by Dawn, who's her stepsister. And then she told me about it. I am very much an empath and was unaware that there was workbooks and whatnot. So she kind of gave me a little tour of the book. I ordered my own. It was delayed for 5 days on Amazon after a notice of, yes, you can get this in 24 hours. And then it was like lost in transit for days. But I'm a firm believer we get everything when we're meant to, and everything, it happens in its proper timing. So this is a workbook that goes through emotions and feelings and how to manage them in creative ways and whatnot. And so as I am growing and changing through these new circumstances of life, I am going to take the time, a little personal time each day, to kind of work on my emotions and myself and my spirit. And so, yeah, I'm going to commit to myself 15 minutes a day on this. Let's say I'm just putting it out there right now. You guys hold me accountable 15 minutes a day. Maybe in some of these episodes coming up, I'll tell you a little bit about what I learned. Take a minute or two and tell you how it's helping me out. So this is something aside from business. This is not meant to bring me any money. This is not meant to bring anything to anybody but myself. So knowing that I need love, knowing that I need healing, I am going to make an intentional effort yet again in another way to pour into myself, to make sure that I stay strong, I stay the best me, and I can keep showing up and pouring my light into this world till the day that it goes out. And hopefully it never will. Hopefully even after my body's gone, my light will still shine. So that's the last little piece of work that I got going on for myself here. Let's see. Precious says, oh, you're going live today. What time are you going live? Tell me when. Give me the heads up so I can put an alarm on, and I definitely want to be there. Precious says, I always love to hear your mom's words read by you. So beautiful. Yeah, you know the saying. We just went through this the other day, all these funny phrases out there, but you know that saying, you get it from your mama? I don't think I got my booty from my mama, but I definitely got my writing skills from my mama. My mom's all like 95 pounds and her butts are like the size of like little Pillsbury biscuits, tiny little booty. But I got more booty for the whole neighborhood up in here. But I definitely got it from my mama when it came from the writing. She spent a lot of time when I was a kid, even outside of the school, like she would always be coaching me with spelling words and the thesaurus and writing, and she would always share her poetry and her stories and things. And as a kid, you always want to be just like mama or your daddy or whatever. You always have somebody you want to be just like. And I always thought that was a super cool thing about my mom. And lo and behold, 12 years old, I discovered I could do it too. And thank God my mom showed me all the stuff that she did, because I might not have had the confidence or recognition to see it as a gift had she not. So I thank you for saying that and honoring her. Precious says, beautifully said, perfectly said. And yes, it's right in his time, right in time. This is right in time. If I would have got this, I would have blown through some of these quizzes and exercises and whatnot before even being in the state of where I am right now, where I'm feeling a lot of extra stuff right now. Very sensitive to a lot of stuff right now because my heart's hurting. So everything else is actually on overload. I'm a sensitive person when it comes to energy and vibrations and emotions, and not just for me, I'm talking for other people too. So the news that I got about my brother moving was actually 2 days ago. That it's coming up this soon. I knew he was moving, but it was going to be like a couple months or whatever. So now I'm going through it, reeling from it, and hey, it just shows up when it's supposed to. So thank you, God, for that. And that'll be part of my healing journey. And Precious says, all invested time turns into money because time equals money. That's right. That's right. Aw, you think you have a booty? I do, girl. I do. Ugh. I mean, your booty might be bigger than mine, but listen, Queen, you're like over a foot taller than me. I'm short. I am a tiny little short girl to have that much. I don't know why I always do that when I'm talking about it. You know, give you a happy visual there. All right. So before I let you guys go, I'll just let you know that if you do want to be a guest on Lessons and Legacies, Season 1 is going to be ending in 18 episodes, and we are going to be going into season 2, but I would love to have you help me round out Season 1. I have 18 episodes left. We talk about love, laughter, faith, resilience, success, lessons, legacies, healing. I love promoting people. If you're an author, an artist, if you're a restaurant owner, if you're an executive, I don't care what you do. I care very much about what you do, and that's why I want to hear about it. I'm just saying there's no restrictions to come on the show, you know? Definitely not. And you could be in this country or another country, and you could be a man, a woman, you could be a teenager. I've had my children on the show. They're 7 and 9. So I've had the neighbor kid on the show too. There is no restrictions to come on Lessons and Legacies. All it is an open forum for you to share your experiences, light up the world by your experiences. Let other people know they're not alone. You know, give some validation to what you've gone through, what you've survived, you know, what you've been tough through, what you have been able to celebrate, what you've created, all those things. Why not share the beauty that is you? So if you are interested in coming on the show, I will post the email address. You can contact me at right here. It is lessonsandlegacies@gmail.com. You can just shoot me an email there, send me your name, tell me what you want to talk about, and otherwise look up Lessons and Legacies or Melissa Price on Facebook. Either one of those places, you can do a little private message me there. I would love to have you. And again, if you haven't gotten your own copy of Lessons We've Learned, Legacies of Life, you can find that in my store, which is lessonsandlegacies.company.site. That's also posted up on the screen right there. It's not just books. There's cards, art, soon to be candles. There's essential oils. There's tons on there. So I encourage you to go check it out and help me in the process. And don't forget to like, comment, and share. You can find all the past episodes of Lessons and Legacies on Spotify. Yay! That just started last week. Also on YouTube and on Facebook Live. And finally, I will let you know as a heads up, tomorrow I have a special guest coming on. And actually, 1 minute. Aside from, Precious, you'll like this, aside from my husband and your husband, Chef Ron, this will be the first male guest on the show, because I've never had Ron or Nate like really by themselves like that. It's always kind of been like a Master P's situation kind of thing. So tomorrow I have my first legit male guest on the show, and it is none other than Brian Keith McNeil. We're going to be going over my new word of the year. I discovered this word from Brian Keith McNeil and William Brown probably 2 months ago, I want to say. The word is anastrophic. And if you don't know what it means, look it up. Otherwise, tune in tomorrow, because I looked it up. I didn't understand what it meant. And so I had to watch the Disconnect to Connect one-word conversations around the word. And then I learned more. And then as it grew with me, it never left my side. And it's now become my word. I guess I think that it's been a part of me my whole life, and I just never knew the word existed. So I invited him on. We're going to be talking about the word anastrophic and resilience. Okay. Will things really get better? That's the question. You know, I say they will. You know, I say they will. All it takes is a mustard seed and not having the fear to use it, right? So yes, we'll see you guys at 2:00 tomorrow to talk about anastrophic and resilience with Brian Keith McNeil. And as always, you guys remember, there is a blessing in every lesson. No matter how much something hurts or how far down in the muck you might feel or how trapped you might feel, or you might not see any window of opportunity or a door out, there's always an out. There's always a light, you know. That's the whole embodiment of anastrophic, is knowing that things will always work out. So there's a blessing in every lesson. It's just up to you to find it, you know. Don't be afraid to look for it. Don't be afraid to find it. Don't be afraid to receive it. And don't be afraid to do something with it, you know. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. And we'll see you for episode 32 of Lessons and Legacies at 2:00 tomorrow. I love you guys.